Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to the post-launch skill tree review. This is where I break down all my personal opinions about the new skill tree, how it was implemented, positives, negatives, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and all that stuff. So first thing I want to mention, implementing of the skill tree itself. I like how they integrated it into the system. What I don't like is the fact that they basically threw it at everybody and just went, here you go. Yeah, they gave you a long sheet of showing everything, but they didn't handhold anybody, which I feel is one of the detriments about it. They didn't show people how to add SP. They just showed you in a couple pictures where to click and what to do, but there's no tutorial. Hand-holding and showing exactly what you needed to do. A lot of people that I know on my own chat and things like that, they're like, I clicked a whole bunch of things, like, well, I'm going to do it right now. Blah, 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 added it. When I went to hit apply changes, it's grayed out. I have the XP, I have the GXP, and I have the money. Why can't I do this? You have to explain to them, well, you have to add your SP and do all these things and click, 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 and click. If they told everyone right off the bat, when you click that skills button, it popped up. Doesn't matter what mech it is, it will give you a free amount of SP for that mech. For that mech to do the tutorial on. It would show you how to transfer SP. It will give you a free skill point to show you, hey, click here. If you want to purchase one, click here, and it will purchase. And it says, hey, purchase for 1 skill point. You will click OK, and it says, the skill point is on us, so we could show you by the thing or whatever. And as you do it, hell, give people rewards for doing it the first time, like you did with the Academy Bay. You get your first skill point when you transfer it over. Guess what? You get X amount of skill points for free. MC, C-bills, C-bills, XP, GXP, whatever. I felt like they could have implemented it in a little bit better and give everyone the steps that they needed to show them how to do it properly. Because a lot of people I know got frustrated right at the beginning and said, fuck it, and have basically said, no, I'm done with it. And they're not really interested in it or whatever. Some people, they're slowly grinding through it and, and trying to figure it out and stuff like that. I feel like they could have implemented it just a little bit better and explained to everyone in a tutorial, click by click, why you needed to do this, where you needed to go, and things like that, and just get them to add 1 or 2 little skill points here and there. There you go. Would have been nice. Would have been good. But there you go. So that's the first thing. Second thing, one of the things I do like about the implementation is when you actually add a point, you can actually see and go back into your loadout without saving. You can actually go in and see the change. What am I speaking of? Well, let's look at our jump jets. So my jump jets right now have a duration of 3.75% or seconds and a heat of 2. Well, I want to be able to jump a little better, jump a little further, and be able to kind of maybe bleed off a little heat or try to not create heat when I jump. Well, let's look at our jump capability, shall we? So, heat shielding. This will reduce the amount my jump jets cause in heat-wise by 6%. Okay, so now, right here, jump jets heat, minus 6. I also wouldn't mind being able to jump a little bit better. Well, I'm going to take vent calibration. Vent calibration, as you can see in the bottom right, increases my burn time by 3%. Which means that my jump jets burn that 3% longer, meaning that I can jump higher or further, depending. Still haven't hit loadout. I can actually click on my jump jets right here, and it will show me. As of this moment, my jump jets, the burn time, goes from 3.75 seconds to an additional 0.113 seconds, which is not that much when you think about it. But when you think about the math, that's per jump jet. So for every jump jet you have, you get that 0.113, which isn't much on its own. But once you start adding more jump jets to the cause, that will give you that extra little oomph-ha-ha that you need to get up on top of a building, jump across a little gap on something. And it adds up, including the heat. It's now minus 12 or 0.12. That adds up as well. That's per jump jet. So we had a 4 heat because we had 2 jump jets. Well, now we've got what? The 3.8 something heat instead. Now with the heat management and heat efficiencies, I actually could start bleeding off heat from my jump jets instead, which could be pretty good. So I like the fact that you can actually see and actually see your implementation before you actually do it. So I now know my jump jets are going to burn faster. Just how much faster? 0.113 seconds. Same with my weapons. I've upgraded my energy, my range, and my coolness and all that stuff. Coolness. For example, my medium pulse lasers. They're now 0.21 cooler. Like they're actually colder. They're almost 25. Almost 25%. The cooldown, it's gone from 3 seconds. Now there's a deduction of 0.18 seconds, which is really good. The overall duration is down. It used to be 0.6. Well, now it's reduce that by 0.6 or 0.06. Isn't that much, but it adds up. Maximum range is increased by 66 meters, and my overall optimum range is increased by 33 meters for my medium pulse lasers here. If I go to my large lasers, same thing, except now you'll see that it's a little different. My heat is actually reduced by 0.367, which is really good. My cooldown is almost 20 extra, or 0.2 of a second, which adds up. The duration is almost reduced by 10 seconds, which is good. The range for my lasers is almost an additional 135 meters. So I'm now actually breaking the 1,000 meter mark with my large lasers. The optimal range is just over 500 meters, which is really good. Now it doesn't show obviously down below for certain other things, but I like that. I like that it shows on the screen the changes that you do. You don't if you don't save them, they're there, and if you swap them out, those change. So you can see them before you implement them and actually just do the math. Some people want to see it. Let's do the changes. Some people want to be able to go into the mech lab and test it. I can understand why they did it this way. They're actually just showing you the raw numbers, because sometimes the numbers are so small that you really can't feel it until it's been added up on multiple times. So I like that. What I don't like, going back into it, is the constant having to transfer and purchase. Don't like that. I just kind of wish it would just, as it did before, show you how many skill points you can have in a pool, and there you go, and that's it. Don't like the way it is right now. I kind of wish this add SP thing instead was just here itself. Like, it's just, you get it, it tells you how many skill points or how many things you're unlocking, and how much it's going to cost you in XP and SP. Simple as that. Or even have it so that up here, you buy it. Just SP. Just show it. Available SP. Done. Like, it just automatically transfers this stuff over when you hit apply. It just does it for you automatically. That would be so much better. Like it was, I think, in the first one. It was the first skill tree where it just automatically transferred over things for you. It showed you how many skill points you needed, how many things you needed to unlock. It showed you how much it was going to cost you, and you click apply, and there you go. I like that. It was just way better. I felt like it was just more intuitive. You just saw it, it was good to go. There you go. I like the fact that you actually can feel the change of your mech. So initially, every mech I'm taking out now, as I've said, I take them without skilling them out. The mech is as is. Take it, try it, play it, and I can feel that slow evolving of my own mech. I can feel it getting better ranges as I get the better ranges. I can feel it running colder. I can feel the armor changes. Overall, I feel the things change, and I like it. I like the way it feels. Hey, Mobius. I like the way how intuitive it is when it comes to, if I do this, I can actually see in the next match what I did. So for example, if I increase my range, I can actually see on my mech, when it comes to the ranges at the bottom right and stuff, it will actually show me the range increased. I like that. I like that constant thing of, I can see my mech changing over time, and the feel of the mech changing over time, and I like that. What I don't like is some of the stuff, you have to take that you don't want. For example, in the consumables tree here, for example, if I want to take an extra cool shot, or even do anything with a cool shot, so right now, say I want to do a cool shot and a UAV. Well, I need to either take a better airstrike or a better UAV first, before I can take a cool shot. I don't like that. There should be some sort of connection between the extra consumable slot and the cool shot right away. I think this here should be more like a spoke. In the middle should be an extra consumable. Or right in the middle should first be... Actually, yeah, an extra consumable, so you can take 2. And then outside of it, it would be the artillery and airstrikes go off one spoke, UAV off another, and then down in almost like a Y, down and going down in the middle would then be cool shot. Or even just attach them right here. It would just make it a lot easier, because then I can go straight down the cool shot, and I'm good to go. Just like I can go just to the right for artillery and airstrikes, and to the left for UAVs. I like that. But if I want a cool shot, I'm kind of hindered. I don't like that. For the sensor systems, I like the way this is set up. Seismic is down below, and you have to take things that are relevant. For example, for your seismic to work, you should have really good sensor systems. Well, for that, you need to take a couple sensors. I like that. Could they kind of realign some of these a little bit better? I think so. Seismic, in my eyes, is a sensor system that should be expensive. Maybe split it up a little bit more. Instead of doing 100 meters on 100 meters, do 4 at 50 meters and kind of spread them out a little bit. Advanced zoom. Instead of maybe doing advanced zoom, have it so that you have systems to get to increase your zoom overall. So each one increases your zoom a little bit better. Target retention, I think they should do something along the same lines with that as well. Radar derp, I think they should modify that as a little bit as well. Break that up into a couple more. And kind of spread it up. Make the sensor tree bigger. A little bit more. Because right now, I can see a lot of people are complaining about the fact that to get seismic, you have to go get decay, sensor, 2 sensor ranges, target retention, and all that stuff. You know, some people don't want to do all that stuff. That makes sense. I understand that. One thing that I don't like is the fact that certain things, like, for example, ECM here, I don't have ECM on my mech, but it's still there. I could accidentally click it. If I don't have it blocked out altogether. Do not give me the ability to purchase it. They did this in the old way, in the old system, where it was blocked out, I believe, on the first server test run. It's not available on this one. I think it should be available on here. Fingers crossed. It is, we'll say, added in to the next, in a patch, where if you don't have it applied on your mech, it's blacked out. In addition, there's also another bug. If I unlock my extra consumable slot and go to apply, it's going to tell me there's an issue that I don't have I don't have something in my consumable slot that I just unlocked. Like, I'd have to actually hit this, go to my loadout, go to my consumables, throw on a UAV, for example, and then it will tell me it's perfectly fine. I don't like that, because if I went back later and changed it, I get the bug. Don't like that. Let's unclick that. I like the fact that, for example, in agility, you have to kind of do a give-take with your torso and your arms and things like that. I don't like the fact, though, that they're very mixed. I kind of wish it would go torso down the right and arms down the left. And then speed tweak was a branch about halfway down. So where torso pitches here, for example, have it set up so that you have to have at least some sort of arm yaw here, and some sort of torso yaws or whatever on the right, to then unlock all the speed tweaks down the middle. I don't think speed tweaks should be available very soon, like very early in the tree. Or even make it up so that it's what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5%. Break it up. Put it right down the middle at 5% each. Simple as that. I mean, that gives us an extra, what? Basically, instead of having 1 at 5%, or having 1 at 1.5%, and like 5 of them at 1.5%, 2.5. Do them straight down the middle instead then. That way, if you want full speed tweak, you have to invest the points in it. I understand why they broke up into 5, but I think they should maybe make it a little bit more available. So you can take speed tweak, but if you want the full Oompapa of 7.5, you have to buy all of them. Let's see, at 7.5 divided by 0.5, Ooh. Okay, that'd be 15. Instead, maybe make it so that each of them are 0.1. Make it so that they're 7, and the last one has that extra 0.5. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have them starting right here and moving down. So you have to unlock at least 3 things in the agility tree first before you can get speed tweak. Catch 20 there. Catch 22 is it's 7 skill points. Not bad. So it's one of these things, right? Once again, having arms and torsos separate will be a good idea. I like the jump jets. That's very good. Armor, I like it. I feel though it might need a little bit of a tweaking. I like though pretty much if you're gonna go armor wise, I like the fact that you can take skeletal density and reinforcement casting right at the beginning. There's no issue with anything else. I like that. Firepower, like I said, I like the fact that things are mixed up and kind of all tweaked in here. I don't mind it. And the fact that they kind of remove some of the specialty. Not the best, not the greatest, but what can you do? Overall, though, if I were to say pass fail, I'd say it's a good thing. I think they passed. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, I think it's definitely around a 7 or an 8. I think they definitely... Hey, Mobius. They definitely need to tweak a few things here and there. Maybe not values, or maybe just amounts. Like I said, increase the amount of actual speed tweak and its location. Maybe put it up the middle. Kind of connect over here the cool shot section of the tree for the auxiliary. Rename auxiliary, obviously, not to miscellaneous. Fix the error there. Survivability, make it more about survival. Make it... I don't know whether it's... Maybe make it a little bit more expensive, but worth a lot more. I know a lot of people are either going... they're going armor, agility, so they just want to last longer and fight a lot more. And some people are going armor and firepower. So yeah, I'm not as maneuverable, but I can take a lot of damage and deal a lot. So in the end, I think it's pretty good. I think it's not perfect, but it needs changes. Nothing's set in stone, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.